The official vehicles P2B gives reason Labour Party lawmakers accepted luxury XUVs. Welcome to the news and thank you for tuning in to listen. Please subscribe to our channel to get notified when we post hot juicy news update. Please click on the notification bell. P2B, the Labour Party presidential candidate in the 2023 presidential election, has given reason as party's lawmakers did not reject the luxury sport utility vehicles SUVs purchased for members of the National Assembly. There was an outrage some weeks ago after the National Assembly announced the purchase of luxury SUVs for the 469 lawmakers amid the economic hardship in the country. During the press conference in Abuja on Monday, Obi explained that the SUVs were official vehicles needed for lawmakers' assignment. He was responding to a journalist who asked why Labour Party lawmakers were beneficiaries of the SUVs despite being members of an opposition advocating for a responsible use of the country's resources. I have actually discussed this issue with them, said Obi. Surprisingly, I can tell you, I heard that these vehicles are official cars and they have to use it. It is meant for the official vehicle. It is meant for official vehicles, so it is not as if it is a vehicle that is meant for official car and everything, because you campaigned for it and said, listen, if it is your car, you return it or do something. But they said to me, it is official car and everybody is meant to have it. You're meant to use it while you are in the Senate. But you know how things work here, it is not going to be like that. So what I tell people is that if we, Labour Party, were in office, nobody would have contemplated such. And that is where we want to go from, because it is not enough to do the wrong thing and start correcting it. It should not even be the right. It should not even be. That is why people are saying the issue of a yacht have withdrawn. It shouldn't even be mentioned in the first place because it touches the sensibilities of people to do that. Will be lost to Bola Tinubu, the current president, in the presidential election held earlier this year, according to the Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC. So, we can now see that from this angle, the SUVs they were brought in. A lot of people said a lot of things that time. Do you understand now? We said a lot of things that time. They're coming out to say, why Obi did not do this one? Why you not? Now he's no longer that kind of a person. Alright. P2B has finally exhibited his incompetence and lack of good governance knowledge here. Honestly, the number man is a complete great fake who knew nothing about good governance. It's a complete Confucianist who knew nothing about what he was saying or doing. He should simply have told the reporters that the party chairman had addressed the issue and left it at that. Okay? He will blame others of corruption and shield his party men on the same thing they are involved in. Obi is a pretending rogue. If the failed man see the courage to retire his with sugar shop bread, I mean if he got the chance to go and steal money. Fake people everywhere. Can you hear what this Jagoda is saying? Let me tell he and his obedient makers are better than the All Progressive Congress, even if they are two. Can't they reject theirs to set good example? Or crooks? Okay, the crooks, I tell. Mr. Suffering and smiling, enjoy with your APC official vehicle of 460 million, Obi would have been worse. Did you even understand this assertion? Labour Party have many are there to counter the House and executive to stop them from buying such vehicles. If Obi were here as president, there must be official vehicle as stipulated by constitution, but not to that amount. So at weakness, he will reject and convince them the prisons may not buy such per amount of the price of the vehicles. Obi is a pretending rogue. If the man failed, see correct, started finish, you go chop. Okay, Obi is a pretending rogue. If You failed man see correct titles fish, you go chop bread. I mean, if you get chance, you go steal money, fake people everywhere. Alright, now let me get this straight. Let me get this straight. You see, the majority will always will always be speak more louder or suppress the minority. The majority will always suppress the minority. Now, let's say we are two, and out of a two, we have 100 people. Let's say, for instance, who these cars they were brought to them, and they kicked against it. Let me tell you, the two people, they're not going to even hear their voice at all, no matter how loud they scream. May I feel that was what exactly played out with this particular issue here. B-Type Obi has finally exhibited his incompetent and lack of good governance knowledge here. How? Honestly, the Anambra man is a complete bridge fake who knows nothing about good governance. He's a complete Confucianist who doesn't know what he's saying or doing. Well, the last time I checked, P2B was not the one. He's not the House of Assembly member, should I say Senate member, so he's not to blame here. Can you hear the Jagoda talking? Tell me how and he and the disobedient lawmakers are better than APC, even if they are two. Can they reject theirs to set a good example? Alright, official vehicle of 160 million, Obi would have been worse. How? Did you even understand his assertion? Labour Party reps, how many are there to counter the House? An executive to stop them from buying such vehicle. If Obi were there as president, there must be official vehicle as stipulated by the constitution, but not that amount. Of course, as president, he will reject and convince them with reasons not to buy such amount price of vehicle. Yes, now number one, he would have not bought up to that amount. Number two, he's going to patronize Nigeria-made vehicle. You know, these innocent motors. So that is just it. So to me, that is exactly what happened as well. He will blame others for corruption and shield his party men on the same thing that they're involved in. What I don't. I've given my own opinion. Two people cannot